Okay, hello. Obviously, there's a lot to talk about tonight again. Wow, I'm telling you, man, the cancellations and reschedulings just keep coming, alright? But hey, we're still gonna come with you here for an Impact Wrestling review tonight because a lot of things, excuse me, on this show have been either scheduled or, canceled right now until further notice or whatever postponement. And there's a lot to talk about. I'm going to get into those events that were postponed because they were announced on TV tonight. But first things first, number one, happy St. Patrick's Day if you are celebrating it out there, depending where you can even celebrate it because it's not a lot of group gatherings going on right now. But hey, got a little bit of green here. I'm not going to pour that. I'm not going to drink like yesterday. A lot of weird national holidays going around, man. A lot of stuff going around, okay? What, you got Pi Day. My friend Steven had a birthday on the 13th. Or was it Saturday? The 14th. I think it was 13th though, but that Friday the 13th. Oof, strange, but maybe it was the 14th. But we had 316 Day yesterday, and now we had St. Patrick's Day. And no, I'm not going to go pour Sprite on myself like, yesterday. That was yesterday because, have a little bash. Don't have no beer, but I had to use something in substitute, okay? But, yeah. Moving on, Impact. I actually thought this was the last of the tapings of Vegas last week, but at least there was a couple interesting things going on this show tonight than last week, because last week was not really good, and I actually thought they were done with the last of the tapings at that point, but I know they'd still have some in Atlanta that should be, hopefully that's by next week or two, because right now you're going to need as much content as you can right now with all these cancellations and everything going around. Hopefully, something will be different in weeks' times, but, I'm not going to get into the whole coronavirus thing right now or having some timeline of it. I know I've been hearing timelines, but like I said yesterday, we don't know when this thing will really end, hopefully soon, but I don't know. Okay, but moving on, the Impact review, though, of course, still from Vegas. We did kick it off with the tag team titles on the line. TJP and Fallah Bahh versus the North. Really good match to kick off the show. If you don't know the story to all this, obviously TJP and Fallah Bahh have beaten both the North in singles matches together and even in a tag team match. So finally, they get the tag team title match against them. Almost surprised they didn't do this in the next set of tapings, but this was a very good match to kick off the show and eat up some time, I will say that. Really good. Did I really think the Perkins and Bob were really gonna win? Not really. I didn't honestly think they were. I kind of figured the North were going to retain, but this had some good. This probably one only. I think parts of the show that had some good build up to it, and this was a very, very good, very solid tag team match. I almost thought the North were about to win right there when they did their double finisher on Fallah Bahh, but it did not work. Perkins was able to make the save. Perkins was able to get on the top rope, but the North ended up throwing Bahh into TJP while he was on the top rope. He was going to go for a detonation kick on, I think it was Alexander Page, but they ended up doing their double finisher, which they called it the Northern Assault. I like how Don Callis said that, the Northern Assault, because I never knew what the team finisher name was for it, but Northern Assault sounds cool. I like it, so it was a good finish for them. But yes, the North still retain the tag team titles moving on. I don't know what other team they'll face next, but this is actually a really good run here. I did like what I saw in the past few weeks, but like I said before, the North were most likely going to win this regardless. But it was a pretty good feud, I will say that, between them going against Perkins and Bahh out there. So I did enjoy this match. So good match. Tag team champions still retain. Next thing we got was the announcement of the Lethal Lockdown teams for Lethal Lockdown, which now has been postponed to a later date, which I'm kind of glad that is, because they announced Lockdown like a month or two ago, right? And I seen literally no build into this or any type of announcements or until team names tonight, because I guess the original scheduled date was supposed to happen in the next 11 days and everything, but obviously that's not going to happen now. I felt like they should have had some build up instead of just announcing the teams right off the bat, because it is Team Edwards, with him and Tessa Blanchard, Tommy Dreamer, and Daga going against Michael Elgin and his team of the North and Taya Valkyrie, Team Canada 2.0 right there. So you think it'd be some build to that instead of trying to build in under a week or two just to get to the show, which would have been on Impact Plus. Obviously, I think Lockdown should be a pay-per-view because that was, Impact, one of their larger pay-per-view shows and everything with all cage matches and everything. That was always good, but now it's like you just put it on the Plus show instead of saving it for a pay-per-view. In a way, I look at this as a blessing in disguise. In a way, I think they would give them time to build the show itself, honestly, because I don't think you should not, you shouldn't just kind of sit there and just kind of throw just some Lockdown matches together, because what's supposed to be Team Jordan Grace versus Team Madison Rayne also. So in a way, it gives them time to actually build into Lockdown with just this whole postponement thing going on. So we know this event is not going to happen now because they said it throughout most of the night. I know they had, video packages ready and everything, but we know the show is not going to happen on the 28th. But at the same time, I'm glad the show's being pushed back because there was no build really to this, and you announced the teams at the last second, and you could have really built something off of this. And then again, they're announcing Rebellion and everything, the match between Tessa, Eddie Edwards, and Michael Elgin, but that may be postponed too because that pay-per-view is next month. But obviously right now we don't know how long this virus is going, so yeah, I think that may be canceled too. I don't think they really said that directly, but I don't know if Rebellion's actually going to happen or not also. So that's going to be probably another show that's going to be going out of commission or facing a different date right now. So I don't know if Rebellion is really going to go now. But next up, we got the new segment, the Real Housewives of Slamtown with Taya. I guess Rosemary was in it, as Taya had her two friends were there with her, Holly Heather and Bunny Moon the dog right there. And I guess they weren't really impressed with Taya's new friend Rosemary. Pretty much looked like it was Halloween because she had like a Rob Zombie shirt on, and Taya wanted her to wear, I guess, some clothes she bought her, which she ended up going with. And I think this was probably filmed in Taya's house, if I'm not mistaken. And then they all sat down, and I think Taya brought the bunny, of course, the bunny, not the, bunny. We all know the bunny she's talking about, but they did these 5-minute later segments. I guess they're all drinking, and then it's like they're cool, and they're arguing, then they're talking, halfway drunk, then sleep. But Rosemary said, I thought we were going to party, and I guess they did like an intro thing, talking in their heads, and Rosemary has a knife, talking about taking people's souls and whatnot, and they're in the club or something, I guess, and Ty is dancing until one of her friends come up saying that Rosemary's trying to take Holly's soul, which I guess they had these After Effects lightning thing and almost taking her soul from her body as she's like trying to act all electrocuted and stuff, and they had to stop her from taking the soul because Taya needed her because she's still buying liquor and everything. But Rosemary says, how about we get the bartender? And Ty says, the bartender has been shorting us on liquor all night. Let's do it. Now, I will say this about this segment. I thought it was a bit funny, a little bit cheesy with the whole After Effects and everything and the soul taking. But one thing, this gets Rosemary very far away from the undead realm thing, because I just getting sick of that, and I'm hoping it's the last of it pretty soon, which I'm going to get to in a minute. But I do want to see more of this oddball team between Rosemary and Taya. I thought the segment was pretty good last week when they were in the bar drunk, but now they're doing like some type of reality TV show thing, which I feel like was filmed in Taya's house, of the Real Housewives of Slamtown, as they're playing Taya's music throughout the whole thing. But like I said, it's only week 1 of this, so I thought it was a little bit funny, especially Rosemary, the more darker, just scary one, trying to act cool with Taya's people and I guess fit along and everything. So we'll see where this oddball team goes with Taya and Rosemary though. But like I said, it gets her away from that undead realm stuff, so at least it's different. So if they probably can make some good segments with both in the next few weeks or something, we'll see where this oddball team goes on. But I thought the segment was okay. It was pretty funny, I thought, for a couple jokes here and there. Not much, but, Rosemary trying to take people's souls in the club and everything, and Taya not letting her do it, because whatever type of reality show we're filming on right now, that's what we're doing. But moving on, though, we next had Chris Bay making his Impact Wrestling debut. I know he's been here on the show before, kept probably a couple tapings when they come to Vegas, but mostly jobbing, the ultimate finesser himself, going against Damian Drake. I don't really know much about this guy. This is basically a showcase match for Chris Bay. He's pretty good, I will say that. I don't know much about him, but I feel like they could do a little bit more video package on him to kind of tell us why and who he is and what he does. But he's pretty good, though. I will say that. He got a win with the Baymaster, like a springboard Famouser in midair. So it was, like I said, good match, pretty solid for Chris Bay making his debut. Don't know what's gonna happen next, but we'll see what goes on from there. Alicia Edwards, which God knows how long I've seen her. Wanted to ask Jordan Grace if she could be in the Lethal Lockdown match. Pretty much talking about her whole history and Eddie and everything. But Jordan took off her headphones and said, "Hey man, we're cool. You can go in, all right? You're in there, and you know you're a freak. I need freaks on the team or something." They said, and Alicia tried to say, yeah, you're a freak, all right. You let us part of the team, and Jordan, all right, that's enough. You can go now. So we went from that. There was another video package for Tennille Dashwood. Chase Stevens of the Naturals. I honestly did not really know who this was for a second until it was announced to me, because I don't think I really ever watched Chase Stevens in Impact that much in the past. I didn't watch it until 2005, so I don't know how long the Naturals are going around at that point in time, okay? But because I know they play like one of them Impact Plus moment of the weeks with Shamrock winning the title. But Chase Stevens was back talking about how this company has grown, which I feel like it's taken some ups and downs, if you ask me. But talk about the company's history and everything until Moose came up. Pretty much, I'm tired of all you TNA guys trying to come back from the dead and everything. You guys should have just stayed away. But Steven says, hey, I'm a 3-time tag champion. What do you have? Moose tried to hit him, but he hit him. Stevens hit him back, and Moose speared him into the wall, and he pretty much left right after that. Now, I heard the TNA one night only thing was canceled. Also, I know WrestleCon got canceled itself. So obviously that's not happening. I think that where the event was supposed to be. Listen, I was never really against the whole TNA one night only show, but I said this before. How many people were you really gonna bring back to this show? Okay, I'm not saying every name was bad, and I thought it was pretty good to see some guys coming back, but I do agree with a lot of people about this whole one night show, because I feel like they focus more building on that than building Lockdown itself. That's the show they ought to be building and putting on pay-per-view. Not worried about this show, because I've said before about this one night only show. It's good names, but when you list top guy names like AJ Styles, Sting, Kurt Angle, Daniels Kazarian, Beer Money, Samoa Joe, who else is a pretty good staple on that name? EC3, McIntyre, Lashley, which I wish he would go back, by the way. Pope. That's some good names running through there at the time. Team 3D. No, RVD's still there. Steiner kind of sprackly shows. Kevin Nash. Eric Young. Even some of Team Canada, I guess, also. But, wow, Abyss. He's not coming back. Yeah, it's a lot of names you can honestly throw out there, to be honest. So that's why I say you're not getting all the top names for this show, all right? Don't get me wrong, they had some good names coming in for it, but like I said, every other person I name right now is either in WWE or AEW or possibly Ring of Honor right now, so I don't really see them coming back to this, even though it was a one-night only show. Hey, I'd love to see Sting come back, but I know it's not going to happen, no, okay? But, or even Jarrett, too, whatnot. But it's just, I don't know. I'm kind of glad that is being postponed and canceled to a different date. But focus more on building Lockdown. Then worry about this show later. Maybe we'll get some more people for this. I don't know. I know they did that gut check thing again. I don't really know nothing about this show because I never really went and watched it. So I can't really determine it. It makes no sense in some ways, type of ways. I just know that Stone Dude won the contract, everything from this gut check stuff. But like I said, I never really watched it in general, so I don't really have an opinion of it. I just know this Stone Dude won. But then it almost looks like that Global Forge thing, and that didn't make a lot of sense either. I felt like, even with this gut check, but you only have to watch on Impact Plus if you're really going to know what was going to happen. So I know this Stone Dude won, but hopefully good for him. They did a sit-down interview with Tessa, with Jimmy Jacobs, pretty much talk about her being champion for the past 2 months, and how she's beating people like Ace Austin and Taya, and, Pretty much talking about Ty avoids losses and everything, and she's the world champion. She silenced the critics, and she wants to beat Elgin and Eddie Edwards at Rebellion. She doesn't care who she takes on. She wants to prove why she is the best in Impact. Joey Ryan and RVD and Katie Forbes came out. I guess they have a new gimmick going on with new music called the cancel culture. Where have I heard that before? Well, I would say fuck the cancel culture in general, not this group name itself. But if you know what cancel culture is, hey, you can't listen to this. This is canceled. This is canceled. That's canceled. Oh, no, you can't listen to that or else you're canceled. You can't listen to this person. He did this. He did that. Yeah, I don't roll with that stupid cancel culture bullshit or whatever. I think it's stupid. Like, get mad at one thing, everybody just jumps on you and get mad at it. Then it's just a cancel culture. Oh, you can't do this. You can't listen to that. Can't watch that. Yeah, fuck them, okay? But Joey Ryan came out like this cardigan sweater and khakis and some glasses on. And he started cutting this promo, cancel culture. Call himself Joseph P. Ryan. And, I'm not going to give you guys the benefit of a gift between a person with a derriere, manhood, or a superstar and everything. And, your opinions, you lost your privileges to accept us and everything. You're hypocrites and, start mocking them and stuff. Or I think Van Damme called them hypocrites right after. And they, what do you call them? Not crickets, but RVD pretty much called them hypocrites also, and they start chanting, "How high are you? How high are you?" Which RVD could be really half all I know, but it was one thing that Joey Ryan said: "You will never see a dick flip again." Hey, if that was true, I would not be mad at Joey Ryan as much as I would be right now. Okay, listen, I liked the sleazy back thing back then when he was in Gut Check the first time in TNA. That wasn't bad. Joey Ryan was actually pretty good, but obviously him just relying on this stupid ass dick flipping shit just turns people away in general that no one wants to see, except if you're really some, I don't know, maybe a super mark or a smart mark himself, then you'll really like Joey Ryan. But I'd not say Joey Ryan can wrestle, but that dick shit got old real fast. Okay, you've already heard me bury it several times, and it's just not funny anymore. It really isn't. Okay, so it's just a little funny when he says he's never going to do it again. If that was true, I wouldn't have that much of a problem with him, but I don't think that's true all the way, because end up with the Deaners versus RVD and Joey Ryan. Wasn't bad or anything. I will say that this is pretty much to show off Van Damme and Bryan's new gimmick going on, being the Deaners. Of course, Katie got involved, and RVD hit the 5-star Fox Splash for the win. So we'll see what comes from this gimmick. I have no idea what this Right to Censor 2.0 or whatever Joey Ryan's got going on. But hey, if it keeps him away from that stupid dick spot and actually working a match, I won't be that mad at him. But the dick shit's fucking stupid, okay? They then went to Ace Austin in the back. He was talking to the Mac about the save last week and everything. And he says, you know what? I want you to join my team, man. I want you to, we can bring tag team gold back, all right? And he says, listen, I know Swan's not here, but he says he's going to wait for Swan. And, listen, man, I'm just trying to help you out. You want gold, right? I can help you get gold. And Mac says, you know what? I can get some gold. One way or another, because, next week's going to be a number one contenders match scramble for the X Division title. And he plans on pretty much winning that to face Ace Austin for the title. Hopefully, if we get somebody, I do agree. Do you want gold or anything? Because they had to get him out of that whole Johnny Swinger thing. That kind of went on a little bit too funny. But obviously, at least we're moving into something serious. I should say with the Mac going for a championship. Is most likely going for Ace Austin's title if he does win that gauntlet match next week. So we'll see what happens. Kiera Hogan went against Lacey Ryan. This girl's good. I know that. I said this a couple weeks ago, 1 week or two ago, when she was going against Shayna in the ring. Not a bad match, even against Kiera Hogan. Not a bad match for what it was given out there. I know Kiera Hogan got the win, but like I said, I would say keep bringing in this girl higher if you ask me, and keep her around Vegas. So she's pretty good. I will say that. Lacey Ryan was not bad, but a pretty good match though between her and Kiera Hogan though. James Mitchell left a note for Su Yung saying it's the final time you and Havoc battle in the Undead Realm. I hope so, because I don't even know the end game to that thing anymore, okay? It makes no sense. The bunny and whatnot, or Undead Realm, or who dies. I don't know, man. Hopefully this is the final battle. We don't have to see this anymore. I think I should jump the shark. I thought it was good at first, but now it's just lost its touch, okay? But, I don't know, man. Su Yung... Hopefully we stopped. It was the broken thing stopped for today. I guess it can get near, but it was stopped for a second though. But Yeah, I don't know where they're going to keep going. This undead realm or whatnot. Hopefully it ends. Daga went against Dave Chris. Not a bad match. Not a bad match. Probably one of the best match on this show tonight in general. But not a bad match though at all. I will say that. But yeah, not a bad matchup between the Golden Draw there, Jake Chris. Now I know Daga got the win. The whole story is, OVE's losing matches left and right without Sami Callihan, which we'll get to soon enough. Even though I didn't really like how Fulton was pinned by Rhino, especially someone that is here, and that's the Monster. But you're going against ECW legends, and they can't take them down. Sabu's got to throw one chair shot at you to kill you, okay? But, the whole story is just a losing streak right now for OVE. I don't know when Callahan's coming back for them, but they just kind of keep losing left and right. They grabbed the ICU hacker, allegedly, which it was Ryan Cage. It was the minister at Brian Cage's wedding and his birthday, which he was just looking for his brother, but we don't even know if his brother's even a company in this company anymore at this point. 9 times out of 10, most likely went to AEW, but yeah, Brian Cage has basically been gone since after Hard to Kill, okay? So that's how long he's mostly been gone. But we get into the final part of the show. Ken Shamrock coming out. Didn't know what he was coming out for, but, Josh Matthews pretty much talked about, he was in the ring with Ken Shamrock talking about his career, the first super or ultra champion, UFC, talk about his contribution he's done in wrestling, Hard to Kill, Pancreas, just, me and the WWE, everything Ken Shamrock has done, and, Battle for Glory is going to happen, but I guess he has a surprise for him, that Ken Shamrock will be going to the Impact Wrestling Hall of Fame, which I would say that was actually pretty deserved just because he was the first world champion there, so I don't really mind that. But they did have a video package for him, which I was actually surprised they showed WWE content from the Attitude Era. I was actually surprised at that, but they had a lot of content, I guess, for Shamrock Hall of Fame and what he's done in UFC and everything, which was pretty good. But the ICU, graphic thing showed up and the lights went out, and then the lights went on, and who is back, you should say? Sami Callihan with dark sunglasses, and ended up throwing a fireball and Ken Shamrock's face, leaving him on the ground. He took off his mask, he hit a button, and Sami Callihan was gone, so he hacked himself away. I'm sure people are going to say Solomon Crow or whatnot, but I could see why people would go with that, but at least Sami is finally back. I actually thought he'd be going for the title, but maybe it's a way for Floyd to get the title. We don't know who he's attacking first, but we just know he attacked Shamrock first. Could it be a match? I don't know. Yeah, but at least Callihan is back. I will say that. Could he be going for the title match? I don't know. Actually, I expecting him to do is go for the title, but now doesn't look like that's happening at this time now. No, but yeah, like I said though, Callihan is back, so that is one of the positive things of this show. I feel like they've been needing him back for a minute since he's been out since Hard to Kill, but maybe he's going for the title. I don't know, but at least he's just doing this whole disappearing hacking gimmick going on right now, so we'll see where this goes. Yeah, but overall though, I would say better show, number one, for Impact, but like I said, a lot of shows either getting canceled or rescheduled for Impact, but then again, what wrestling show is not getting canceled? But I did like Callihan coming back, Ken Shamrock's, I guess, induction, everything, video pack's pretty good before Shamrock came out, tag match was pretty good, Taya Rosemary segment was, it's a little up and down with me, I'll say that, a little bit of a up and down spiral going on with that. But, yeah, that's pretty much I got to say about that whole thing. Especially with Shamrock and everything else going on. But, yeah, other than that, kind of rambling a little right here. But, better show than last week, I will say that. But, yeah, we'll see what Callihan does next, since he was like one of the biggest things to return on this show tonight with this whole hacking thing, throwing fireballs into people's faces. So we'll see. But other than that, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think about this show. I'm out of here. Follow me on Twitter at HoodedKnight890. Stay safe out there. Do whatever you can. Make sure you don't get yourself sick, all right? But other than that, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.